When I was 14 years old, Fallout New Vegas was my favorite game. I loved and still loved everything that this game has to offer. The gameplay, the story, the characters. But the real thing that makes New Vegas was the factions. New Vegas has some of the best and most nuanced choices when it comes to its factions. To this day, there are still people debating which Fallout New Vegas faction is the best choice for the Mojave Wasteland. And when I was younger, I pledged my allegiance to the NCR. Hell, I consider myself a citizen. To me, the NCR was just like America. What could possibly go wrong with supporting them? But then I grew up and I played New Vegas a couple more times here and there, and I realized the NCR is completely fucking incompetent. This faction gives you more quests than any other in the game, and that's because they have so much work for the player to do. Your quests from them range from killing ants on a highway all the way to interrogating a captured Centurion. These are both things that a giant government should easily be able to accomplish. But unfortunately, the NCR is stretched very thin. And that's completely their fault. You see, the NCR does this thing where they love claiming every town that isn't theirs in the Mojave, to the point where they can't even properly defend their own settlements and protect their own citizens, who pay taxes, by the way. And when they're not messing things up for their own citizens, they're busy harassing or murdering other people's citizens. The NCR's military was responsible for the Bitter Springs Massacre, in which innocent men, women, and children all died. But really, when I say the NCR's military, I'm talking about the higher-ups and not the grunts. Are things starting to sound familiar here? If it wasn't obvious enough, the NCR is a mirror of the United States government. But what a lot of people fail to realize is the NCR doesn't just replicate the United States government. It also replicates us, the citizens, and the struggles we go through as citizens. So the true issues in the NCR lie, just like with the United States, in its military and its government. Let's start with the government first. Just like with the United States government, the NCR's government do not care about the citizens. They'll say they do, they might pass laws that'll slightly improve your life, but the reality is they do not care. They only care about themselves and getting reelected. How do they accomplish that? In the game, politicians keep their power through bribes from wealthy Brahmin barons. In real life, it's politicians being bribed by corporations to pass laws on the corporation's behalf. And in return, the corporation will give them lots of money for a re-election campaign next time. These bribes are corrupt and should have no place in a government that claims to be a republic. Now let's talk about the NCR's military. They are stretched way too thin. The NCR give you more quests than any other faction in the entire game. Most of the time, it honestly feels that the NCR can't do anything without the player's help, which might explain why so many players side with the NCR. Antagonizing the NCR is actually a really bad decision. You lose out on quests, experience points, companions, and eventually you won't even be able to go into the strip without a disguise, because the NCR military police will fight you on sight. So the real question is, why even side against them? For one, Fallout is a role-playing game, so even if you love the NCR like me, you can do a run as a Legion or Yes Man aligned courier. And two, you may honestly be persuaded by Yes Man or Mr. House. Both come with their own pros and cons, especially Yes Man. But if you can look past some of these issues, you may find that your morals align better with those two factions. Personally, I find the Legion indefensible, so that's why I'm not bringing them up. So in conclusion, the NCR have a lot of problems that need to be addressed, just like the government it's based on. But even with all these problems in the NCR, I still love how perfectly imperfect they are. It makes them feel more real. Not to mention some of my favorite companions are NCR citizens like Boone and Cass. These are both characters that see major flaws in their own faction, but choose to love the NCR anyways because the NCR is their family. Alright, that's all I got time for today. Make sure to let me know your favorite faction down below.